Hi everyone, hopefully you can hear me. We're going to be playing some Genesis Alpha 1 today. Just getting the other machine going so that I can make sure the stream's actually coming through properly. Looks like it's working. Okay, first thing we need to do, of course, is get the audio down a little bit. It does seem to be a trifle loud. Now that should control all of the volume, but for some reason it still seems a bit loud in spots, so we'll just take it down a little bit here as well. Okay, so I've been playing this one a bit and I've unlocked a bunch of stuff. So I am going to start a new game here right from the beginning. And we're going to use general ballistics. Female captain, just for luck. Okay, now, so we've got some unlocks we can start with now. Different things of varying use. I find probably the most useful things here are going to be faster harvesters. So the faster that they return when you send them down to a planet to collect ore. And the security gates are really useful as well for keeping infestations from spreading through the ship. Now these other two are pretty arbitrary. I think the minigun's pretty good, and the bullet damage upgrade is probably a good way to start. Okay, so I'm going to start the mission.
When I was young, our dream was to go to the stars. And so we tried, gave our best, and in the end we made it into space. We came here to prove our machines, our courage. We came for the competition and for the vanity. But we weren't ready yet. And the dream faded, became a nightmare, became propaganda and lies. But soon, our old dream became a global necessity. We needed resources. We needed more space and more food. We needed a perspective. After years of digging in the dust of Mars, the inventors gave us wings, the hyperdrive. Our ticket to not only Venus or Jupiter, but to Messier, to Andromeda, and to a galaxy we call Alpha 1. A galaxy full of bright suns and beautiful planets. A galaxy full of life. A new hope. An alliance of powerful corporations was forged, and Project Genesis initiated. The dream returned, and we became pioneers again. Arcs full of genetic material reached Alpha 1. Their goal? Finding a new home for its cargo and to initiate a new Genesis for mankind. The best commanders were chosen to lead these starships, and like myself, you are one of them.
So,
Welcome to the shipbuilding interface. Here you build and upgrade our ship.
we've got to find a new home for our species. At the moment that's humans, though we can pick up DNA from other species as well and use other biomes. I haven't really fiddled around with that much. I've just been trying to go the route of humans and oxygen, but humans with upgrades. Okay, first step, got to build the ship, and we've got to design, well, at least the first few modules before we actually set off, so that we can have a decent start in the universe. Okay, now, because of the way infestation works in this game and the way things get onto the ship, the best thing is to put certain things on a different level to everything else. So separated by a turbo lift, so that if one level gets damaged, you don't lose the whole ship.
The corridor connects modules and is available in different designs. Make sure you balance the ship's layout between security and efficiency.
Now it only costs energy to build these corridor sections. And I don't want to put it too far away, of course, because I need to access it and the lift.
The lift module grants fast access to higher or lower decks of the ship.
Okay, I put it right here next to the bridge. Go down here. So it's R and F to lower and raise the level. Now, rather than go the same direction, I'll rotate to that way. And we'll build our lower level out this way. First thing I want to do though is put in a, oh, I can't put in the security gate yet, but I'd really like to put in a security gate here when I get the option to lock off this particular level even more securely. That's the security gate there. At the moment it costs copper to build, and I need to save that to actually build one of the other required objectives here. So instead we are just going to build a corridor section. Start planning where we're going to have the tractor beam system. Now I want to leave room for the security, takes about 3, so we'll just go up this way a little bit more. And we will have the tractor beam.
The Alpha Quadrant is full of shipwrecks. Our tractor beam module is a fast way to acquire already refined materials. Materials will be directly moved to the ship's storage. No deposit and no refinery required.
And I don't want to connect any other rooms to this because, again, it saves on infestation to only have one way in or out of this particular room. Let's see, okay, so we still need to build the greenhouse, the storage unit, and the crew quarter. All of those should be on the upper level rather than this level. Okay, crew quarter. Let's start with another corridor. It's probably far enough.
Crew quarters. Each crew member needs a slot in one of these modules. If a crew member is sick or feels bad, you can most likely find them here.
Now I might start a corridor for storage units, which I'll extend. It shouldn't matter too much what's below them. Leaving room for the corridor to extend up that way if I needed to. Let's see, a storage unit.
This is the refined storage module. Production-ready materials leave the refinery and will be stored here. Keep an eye on our refined storage capacity. If we run out of space, the refining process will be placed on hold. Our refined materials are the source for shipbuilding. This is a greenhouse. The concept of cultivating plants on board of our ship is central to the Genesis project. There is no technology known to us that can effectively store or even provide a vital biosphere for the full time of our endeavor. Different life forms also demand different biosphere components to survive on this ship. To compose a certain biosphere, we need special plants. Superior genetics cloning technology is not configured for the creation or reproduction of plants. This means that we need to protect our plants at all costs.
And that will be where our greenhouse goes. So we are ready to embark on our journey. And we have 5 iron left over, so maybe we should build something else if we can. Biotank is always useful to have. Refinery is useless without a hangar. Oh, we could build a workshop. And we don't have any space travel components, of course.
All
Biotank could be the
biomass
most
you collect
useful.
will be stored here. Make sure we always have enough biomass in stock and biomass tanks ready. Biomass is the basic material for every cloning procedure.
Okay, so if we pick anything up in our initial tractor beaming that we have to dispose of, we can keep the bio and store it somewhere, otherwise it would be lost. Okay, so let's get started with tab. Okay, we won't change the name this time. Or maybe we will. Call it the FSS. I don't know. Fraternity. How about that? I hope things go well for us.
New captain promoted.
Okay, so this is me. Let's have a look at where we are. This is the galaxy map, and this is the local area with what may be available. None of it's been scanned yet, so I can manually scan it by putting the mouse over the top and holding down the E key. Now I can get some help with this by
Job assigned.
assigning one of the crew to help me here. That'll help me scan the nearby systems quickly. I just want to scan the debris at this stage. Go down and use the tractor beam. And that's the crew member arriving to help. Okay, change weapons.
Access granted.
Pick up a couple of turrets. What have we got here? Energy barriers, very useful. And I need to swap my pistol on one for the... Oh, come on. You're not letting me swap it. That's a little bit odd. Pick up laser rifle. I already have the laser rifle, don't I? No, I don't. Okay. Oh, no, that's the shotgun. It's a little bit strange. Okay, now remember how I laid out the ship. Downstairs to go to the turbo lift. Is there anything I should... Oh, I should assign someone to the greenhouse immediately just to look after
Survival
it.
guide update. Job assigned.
Okay. So a member of the crew will go and look after that. Now I need to go downstairs. Now turbo lift. And this is the tractor beam down here. And we'll
Survival guide update.
You tell us about it, Ida.
The Alpha Quadrant is full of shipwrecks. Our tractor beam module is a fast way to acquire already refined materials. Job assigned. Materials will be directly moved to the ship's storage. No deposit and no refinery required.
Now, we need to block the door if we can. At least put down some turrets. It's the only way out of the room. Just here. So just
Weapons activated.
and we'll pop one up here just to help the crew.
Weapons activated.
Resource beaming complete.
barrier. That's probably a good spot there. And we'll try and put one down here as well. It doesn't seem to work very well
Resource beaming complete.
down in these spots, but we'll try it.
Resources collected.
And, oh, okay. As long as I can't jump over it, it'll be fine. Okay, now I can help the crew by doing this,
Resource
holding
beaming
E.
complete.
But I think the more I do that, the more likely it is for
Resource acquired.
life forms to come aboard with the beam. Though that isn't always the case. They don't really care whether I'm here or not, I suspect.
Resource beaming complete. Resources collected.
It isn't every time, as you can see. But at this stage, I don't really want to leave the crew on their own to be doing
Resource
this.
beaming complete.
That might be time to start building some other infrastructure.
Resource acquired.
Did you get it? It slows me.
Resource beaming complete.
So I think it's the recording
Resources collected.
device just puts me off just a little bit because it's just slightly slower. Just plays a little bit with my aim, I think.
Resource beaming complete.
I should have enough to build something
Resource acquired.
upstairs. Turret isn't doing much. It's getting some bio.
Security is lousy on the ship.
You're right, it is pretty bad.
Resource beaming complete. Resources collected.
Okay, let's see what we've got.
Welcome to the shipbuilding interface. Here you build and upgrade our ship. Modules can also be deconstructed if you are not satisfied with their layout. This is our hangar module. The hangar is necessary to acquire resources, plants, or other interesting things from planets and shipwrecks. You need to assign pilots to operate a hangar. Please use the hangar terminal for additional information.
The issue is I've got to leave enough
Life form
room
detected.
for the security station when I put that in eventually. Oh. Did you guys handle that or what? Not very well. We got that. Oh. A little bit early for this kind of infestation. Yep. That's what happens when you look away for a moment.
Resource beaming
Next thing
complete.
you know, the ship's infested with those
Resource
horrible
acquired.
things. And that's the last of the iron picked up. Okay, we can take a little break now, and I probably should have waited for that. Okay, so doesn't look like we actually have the right amount of space to put the hangar on that side. We might put something else thereafter. Yeah, it's a little bit big for there. Okay, we will run a new corridor. I just think will be the best thing. Extend down here a little bit.
This module grants access to the
Don't need
service
that.
tunnels of the ship. Make sure that you always have enough access points in mind when designing the ship. This will help to detect and to defend infestations.
Okay, it's not going to let me place it there, it looks like, because of the building upstairs. That tank is actually blocking. Alright, well, we'll do it on this side. I don't want to add another entrance to that room, so I am going to instead extend one more. I wonder if I can now put it on that side. No, it's not going to let me put it anywhere around there. Okay. And if I do that, yeah, right. I'm going to have to do it like that. Which is fine, really. And can I build a refinery? No, I will need 3 more iron. Now I should probably risk doing some more beaming because there's probably some iron. This aluminium is really useful to have, so we're going to have to do that. Is there iron on any of the planets? Oh, there's an oxygen plant on one of them, so we can't really not do that. We better go get that now, I think, because it means we can have more crew. Okay, this is the new corridor. Hangar.
Survival guide updated.
Don't think I have any spare crew. No.
Harvester destination set.
Okay, so that's what we're going
Launch
for.
sequence activated. 10, 9, launch 8, access 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Launch sequence activated.
Normally I would have crew to help me with this, but we're going just for the plant and we don't have any crew, so we'll be able to get crew once we get the planet. No, that's not it.
Life form
There
detected.
it is. Where's the creature crawlies? Oh, there's something. Right, off we go. Need to hang around here,
Life form detected.
even for the bio.
10, 9, launch 8, activate 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Just make sure nothing came back with us.
Life form detected.
Oh, I don't have a deposit. Okay. We got enough to build one. We don't even have enough iron to build one. Okay, so I'm going to have to go down to the planet. Oh, that's useless, isn't it? We need to get some another way. Alright, we better get some of the aluminium before we leave. Do we really need to? Super useful. We can always come back for it. Let's see. Oh, inventories. Gonna need that iron before we do anything else. we go.
Warning. Prepare for hyperdrive.
This is, of course, a shop, which we shall visit when we actually have resources to try and buy some stuff. Okay. Is there anything
Access
else?
granted.
Okay. That's it. Can't unload the plant till we get more iron. I need to go to the tractor beam. Okay, back on the job.
Resource beaming complete.
Just turning really fast.
Resources collected. Resource beaming complete. Resource acquired. Resource beaming complete. Resources complete. Resource beaming complete. Resource acquired. Resource beaming complete. Resources collected.
How much have we got? 7. Is that enough?
Welcome to the deposit module. Raw materials from the hangar will be moved here by carrier robots. Make sure that we always have enough deposit space available. Otherwise, the carrier robots will leave.
Now I better go supervise that.
Resource beaming complete. Resource acquired. Resource beaming complete. Resources collected.
Downstairs. What?
I am not trained for this. Resource beaming complete. Resource acquired.
Good. Okay. Stop for a little while. Now, let's go check the deposit. Didn't get overrun. It's tiny, isn't it? Okay. Upstairs. Okay, there's the bridge, and we want to go to the big greenhouse. Okay. Let's get our new plant planted.
Processing.
Now, a robot will go and pick it up. should actually sit here and watch, because occasionally something will pop out, even at this late stage of the plant. And this is about the last place you want anything infesting. Not a bad view. I could talk to Thomas, but he doesn't have much to say except about various things about this room. I think I hear a robot coming. There we go. Once it gets to this stage, I can then assist on the terminal. Thomas doesn't steal it. There we go. So now I can add more crew. If I can remember where the cloning station is. It's the quarters. Do we even have a cloning station? He asks himself. I don't think we do. Where are we going to put our clone station? That is the question. I think we'll extend this corridor perhaps. Maybe next to the biotank here.
In our cloning laboratories, new clones can be created and added to the crew. Thanks to superior genetics advanced technologies, we are also able to combine human DNA with DNA.
Yes, I've heard this feel. Okay, now, it should be near the biotank, shouldn't it? This way. I'd get lost on my own ship. Oh, I really am lost now. I put it down this side, didn't I? I put it down here. Ah, there we go.
Survival guide updated.
In my defense, this is the third or fourth ship I've designed and run around in, so they tend to look a bit similar sometimes.
Cloning initiated.
Okay, no empty cabins left. Iron, of course. Okay. Let's have a look at where we are.
New clone arrived.
Just making sure that wasn't something it shouldn't be. Okay. Now, best thing to do is find more iron. Let's have a look at this system. Sulfur, lithium, lithium, sulfur. Yeah, sulfur's good to build turrets, but not much use to us. Otherwise, I think we need to move again. And that's all the iron we know about. It's a bit disappointing. But then we haven't scanned especially far. I'll try going up here.
Warning. Prepare for hyperdrive.
Let's see what we can find out about these debris. Copper. Lithium. Ah, 10 iron. Perfect. Okay, that's where we need to go.
Warning. Prepare for hyperdrive.
And I will leave my crew member to finish the scanning here. Do I need ammo?
Access granted.
It wouldn't hurt. Okay, so off to the tractor beam. Oh dear. Let's get ready.
Resource beaming complete. Resources collected. Resource beaming complete. Resource acquired. Resource beaming complete. Resources collected. Resource beaming complete. Resource acquired.
Yeah, all over the place.
This is not why we Resource beaming complete. Resources collected. Resource beaming complete. Resource acquired.
It's a little bit better.
Resource beaming complete. Resources collected. Resource beaming complete. Resource acquired. Resource beaming complete. Resources collected. Resource beaming complete. Resource acquired.
Okay. What else is here? Copper. Copper would be really nice, and the lithium is useful too. There's an artifact down there. One iron here. Let's see. I would be better off working here and getting the copper. Let's see what else we need to build here first. I might get some more crew happening. We needed to build more quarters for the crew. Where's the best way to go with this? I might try going out further to this side. Up a level, of course. Am I running out of power? Okay. Do we have the biomass? No, we don't. So, let's get on with this instead. Get the copper. Now, this is probably going to be more dangerous.
Resource beaming complete. Resources collected. Resource beaming complete. Resource acquired.
Paranoia. It always says if something comes aboard, so I don't actually need to check.
Resource beaming complete. Resource beaming complete. Resources collected.
This will allow me to build my security barrier. Also another reactor.
Resource beaming complete.
I probably need iron to...
Resource acquired. Resource beaming complete. Resources collected.
nothing.
Resource beaming complete. Resource acquired. Resource beaming complete. Resources collected. Resource beaming complete. Resource acquired.
And a DNA sample. Okay, how much bio do I have now? Still not enough for another crew member, unfortunately. Okay, so we do have the copper. Because I believe when I try to do this, I'm probably going to run out of power. I wonder if it will allow it on this side here.
The security corridor serves as a protection from alien infestations.
Oh, it will. Okay,
Build it
excellent.
strategically to protect important modules from threats.
Okay. Now I want to insert it here in this corridor, so we are going to build around it temporarily, which is where I'm worried about having enough power. I think I'll add another reactor while we're at it and start with actually doing the reactor.
Reactors provide the ship's power. Build more reactors if the energy level is low. Up to 5 reactors can be operated simultaneously.
Let's see. There's another corridor connection. And I'll take it down the side if I can. Oh, it's not going to let me do that, is it? Try this. Hopefully it's not going to interfere with the placing of the security station now. It shouldn't. Okay, let's put in the bypass. Get around the right way, get down to the right level. And I need to go. Cross like that for a sec. Now we will get rid of these pieces. supposed to let me remove the, oh, okay. That might help. Just a straight selection. Okay, remove those two sections. Add in our security gate. Luckily we did already have enough copper. I wanted to run it the other way so I had more space left. Perfect. Now I can remove this temporary corridor. Though I may actually just partially remove it in case I ever need to re-establish it in an emergency, because that has happened. Right, so the only path through is down that corridor through the security gate. Excellent, that's what we wanted. Okay, next thing is to find more oxygen plants. Let's go see what the bridge crew has come up with. Actually, I'll check and see if I can see any on this list anyway. Nothing like that. Oh, okay, so we should go down to the planet for that. And maybe some of the uranium. I will dismiss.
Dismissed. Job dismissed.
We'll go to the hangar.
Life form detected.
Where?
Life form detected.
Oh, now something's gotten in here.
Life form detected.
Oh, that's not good. Oh, there we go. Where'd they come from? There must be more. That was lucky. Jeez, I could have spread throughout the whole ship. I'm really glad I caught it eventually. This must be on a lower difficulty than what I was just playing.
Job assigned. Job assigned.
Half the ship would be gone. The mode I was playing before this. Okay, so we're gonna have some buddies on this little trip. I can tell them what
Harvester destination
we're
set.
actually looking for. Doesn't really matter what they pick up in the end. Uranium is very useful once we get the hyperdrive, but till then it's not that useful. More turrets is probably the most useful thing. So they sound like they're here.
Launch sequence activated.
So we'll jump aboard.
10, 9, launch sequence activated. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Launch sequence activated. Access granted.
Okay, now I'm going to head out and try and find the artifact as quickly as possible. It's just a matter of going out and looking. Sometimes you just have to stumble across them because they're a grave or something, which is quite difficult to see. Crew
Accessing
should
archives.
be able to look after themselves. The emphasis
20%.
on should. Whatever
40%.
spawns should come looking for me.
60%.
As the ship's gun gets them.
80%. All phases complete.
Okay, what did we find? Suit upgrade.
Life form detected.
Can't even see what he's shooting at. Pick up any bio. So that's another crew member. Oh, I see. It's more of my next steamer. I do well with the yeah, no, they don't seem to do well with the worms. Worms just seem to defeat their AI for some reason.
Life form detected.
Single worm. Which one are you working on?
Life
Go,
form detected. Life form detected.
Over there. What'd you get? Anything? Worms? Sulfur. Go, go, go. Let's punch it.
10, 9, launch sequence activated. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, life form detected. 0.
Now we need a refinery.
Life form detected.
So we dealt with these fellas.
Stop that!
Don't run in front of my gun. I know how you guys are with worms. Do something to get away. Tell me you were just being thorough. That's why we need more turrets. Don't trust your skills. Oh Jesus, this is bad. Something run down here. Well, I don't think anything got this far. I should watch the robot unload. Because they do pop out a lot. Make some more turrets once we've got the stuff refined. Now that's the next question. Building a refinery. Which we can't do. We need 3 more iron. I don't think there's any more iron in this system. Debris was 1 iron ore is not going to help
Life
us.
form detected.
Where? Stupid thing. By that I mean my name. The worm was quite clever.
I am not trained for this.
I think I'll go and make a clone. That should make me feel better. Something going right. Show off the new security area. This is the security gate. Electrified floor. No gap underneath here for them to get under. There is a power node there. If they destroy it, they can still get through up here. So you got to keep an eye on them. A little place to heal up as well, it looks like. And controls to actually completely lock it down if we need to. And that was the old corridor. Doesn't go anywhere anymore. the other corridor. Okay, clone time. Now, looking at my map, I put the clone lab down at the end of this corridor where I'm looking. Okay. Now, we can unlock other species to clone, but they usually don't breathe oxygen, which makes things a little bit tricky. And we need to find another 8 samples to unlock this particular ability, unfortunately. Okay, so we can clone humans, which is great. That's what we want.
Cloning initiated.
And we've now run out of basically plants. Until we get more plants, we can't support more crew. And I made 2 male crew. I probably should have made 1 female, but it's not a big deal.
Cloning done.
Nielsen. Hello, Nielsen. Because I haven't got anyone assigned here, I'll actually have to manually do this rather than leaving the machines to finish.
New clone has been welcomed.
Okay, off to the bridge so that we can find another system with iron. We can always come back to these systems after. Oh, good. Okay, well, there's iron everywhere, it says. What else is in the system above us here? We've got iron, and we've got lots of sites. No, oh, and an oxygen plant. Well, of course, we've got to go.
Warning. Prepare for hyperdrive.
Now, step 1's to get the refinery running, so we will go to the tractor beam room and make use of our new clones. Okay, downstairs.
Job assigned.
Okay. And I'll get started. It's a little bit faster with them here, of course.
Resource being complete. Resources
You aren't getting anywhere on my ship. Horrible octopusy things. Alien octopus starfish thing.
Resource being complete. Resource acquired.
Should almost have enough for the refinery.
Resource being complete. Resources collected.
Let's have a look. Yep.
This is the refinery. Raw materials will be enhanced here. This process takes time. To increase refining speed, assign engineers to work in the refinery.
That is a good fit just there, I think. Not too far from the hangar. And on the correct side of the security gate. Yep, that should work. Now, I probably need to assign a crew member there. We'll finish doing this little job. Now I'm gonna have to go and check on it because
Resource beaming complete.
stuff jumps out when the robots deliver it.
Resource acquired.
There wasn't much iron here, only 6
Resource
units, so
complete.
this should only take a moment. And that's that. Okay, you guys. Now the trick I learned to actually access the crew here is to use your right mouse button if anyone needs to know that.
Dismissed. Dismissed.
Now we can assign them somewhere else. Our new refinery.
Job assigned.
Here we are. Make sure. Yep, only one way in and out, which is good.
New materials have been refined.
Now we need to go down to the planet too. I'm just paranoid about going up the planet and coming back to no ship. I can actually send the crew down on their own. Should be safe enough. They are low danger planets. I'll send them to fetch the firm.
Harvester destination set.
Launch sequence activated. 9, 8,
Now I'm not going to go with them this time.
6,
New materials have been refined.
3, 2, 1, 0. Launch sequence activated.
Now I took the faster return option, so yeah, that's really quick.
Landing sequence initiated.
New materials have been refined.
Perfect.
Harvester has returned.
Just quite a few things came back with them as well.
Life form detected. Life form detected.
New materials have been refined. Security is lousy on the ship.
Could be a little bit lousy. I don't know if me going on that expedition would have helped. Let's see. Get that final plant put in.
New materials have been refined.
Just make sure. I keep forgetting I was playing for a different company and they have much bigger deposit areas. And this guy should be picking up something for the refinery. Just double check we haven't been overrun. I was looking the other way. Looks fairly okay. He says famous last words. Let's go down to the greenhouse.
New materials have been refined.
Processing.
Just have to wait for the robot to bring the plant up, and we'll be away. Now Thomas is liking his job.
New materials have been refined.
Lithium, which I think is used for the energy ammo, for energy weapons. There is my new plant. Are there any worms in it? No, good. Let's help with the planting. There we go. We can add more crew. And it looks lovely. I'm going to have to build a new greenhouse. This one's full. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed that. I'll see you guys next
New
time.
materials have been refined.